Welcome back, everyone. You know what time it is. Back to reading the Bible, and today we're on Genesis 20. And we're going to end up at 23 today. But we know the drill by now. Like, share, and subscribe. And I keep forgetting to say this, but this is the NLT one, the New Living Translation that I'm be reading. And I read through this, and it's going to be a bit of a doozy, but let's just get on to it. Abram moved south to Negev to live between Kadesh and Sur, and he moved on to Gerar. While living in while living there as a foreigner, Abraham introduced his wife Sarah by saying, "This is my sister." So King Abachi Abach of Gira sent for Sarah and had him brought to his palace. But that night God came to Amabite in a dream and told him, "You are a dead man, for that woman you have taken is already married." But Amabite had not slept with her yet. So he said, "Lord, will you destroy an innocent nation? Didn't Abraham tell me she is my sister? She is my sister." And she herself said, "Yes, he is my brother. I acted in complete innocence. My hands are clean." In the dream, God responded, "Yes, I know you are innocent. That is why I kept you from sinning against me, and why I did not let you touch her. Now return the woman to her husband, and he will pray for you, for he is a prophet. Then you will live. But if you do not return her to him, you will sure you could be sure that you and all your people will die." Abashi got up early the next morning, quickly called down all his servants together. When he told them of what happened, his men were terrified. Then Abaiji called for Abraham. "What have you done to us?" he demanded. "What crime have I committed that deserves treatment like this, making me and my kingdom guilty of this great sin? No one should ever do what you have done. Whatever possessed you to do such a thing?" Abraham replied, "I thought this is a godless place. They will want my wife and kill me to get her. And she really is my sister, for we both have the same father, but different mothers, and I married her. When God called me to leave my father's home and to travel from place to place, I told her, 'Do me a favor, wherever I go, tell the people that I am your brother.' Then Abaji told told some of it took some of his sheep and goats, cattle, and male and female servants, and presented them to Abraham. He also returned his wife Sarah to him. Then Abaji said, 'Look over my land and choose a place where you would like to live.' And he said to Sarah, 'Look, I am giving you your brother 1,000 pieces of silver in the presence of all these witnesses. This is my compensation. This is compensate for any wrong for you. This compensation for you.'" I don't know why that's backwards on my list. "Any wrongdoing that may have done to you. This will settle any claim against me, and your reputation is clear." Then Abraham prayed to God, and God healed Abachi, his wife, and his female servants so they can have children, for the Lord had caused all the women to be infertile because of what happened with Abraham's wife, Sarah. The Lord kept his word and did what and did for Sarah exactly what he had promised. She became pregnant and gave birth to a son for Abraham in his old age. This happened at just the time God had said it would, and Abraham named their son Isaac. 8 days later, Isaac was born. Abraham circumcised him as God commanded. Abraham was 100 years old when Isaac was born, and Sarah declared, "God has brought me laughter, and all who hear about this will laugh with me." who would have said to Abraham that Sarah would nurse a baby. Yet I yet I have given Abraham a son in his old age. When Abraham grew and was about to be weaned, Abraham prepared a huge feast to celebrate the occasion. But Sarah saw Ishmael, the son of Abraham, and her Egyptian servant Hagar, making fun of her son Isaac. So she turned to Abraham and demanded, "Get rid of that slave woman and her son. He is not going to be sharing he's not going to share the inheritance with my son Isaac. I won't have it." This upset Abraham very much because Ishmael was his son. But God told Abraham, "Do not be upset over the boy and your servant. Do whatever Sarah tells you, for Isaac is the son through whom your descendants will be counted. But I will also make a nation of descendants with Hagar's son, because he is your son too." So Abraham got up early the next morning, prepared food and a container of water, and strapped them to Hagar's shoulders. Then he sent her away with their son. She wandered aimlessly in the wilderness of Beersheba. When the water was gone, she put the boy in the shade of a bush. Then she went and sat by herself about 100 yards away, and she did not want to watch her boy die. She said, as she burst into tears. God heard the boy crying, and the angel of God called Hagar from heaven. "Hagar, what's wrong? Do not be afraid. God has heard the boy crying as he lies there. Go to him and comfort him, for I will make a great nation from his descendants." Then God opened Hagar's eyes and saw a well of water. She quickly filled up the water container and gave it to the boy and gave the boy a drink. And God was with the little boy as he grew up in the wilderness. He became a skillful archer and settled in the wilderness of Parn. His mother arranged for him to marry a woman in the land of Egypt. About this time, Abimelech came with Phicol, his army commander, to visit Abraham. God is obviously with you, helping you in everything you do, Abimelech said. "Swear to me in God's name that you will never ever deceive me, my children, or any of my descendants. I have been loyal to you, so now swear that you'll be loyal to me in this country where you live as a foreigner." Abraham replied, "Yes, I swear it. I swear it." Then Abraham uh, complained to Abinadab about the well that Abijah's servants had taken by force from Abraham's servants. "This is the first I've heard of it," Abinadab answered. "I have no idea who is responsible. You have you have never complained about this before." Abraham then gave him his sheep, goats, and cattle to Abinadab, and then made a treaty. But Abraham also took 7 additional female lambs and set them off by themselves. Abinadab asked, "Why have you set these 7 apart from the others?" Abraham replied, "Please accept this 7 lambs to show your agreement that I dug this well." Then he named this place Beersheba, which means well of oath, because that is where they have sworn the oath. After making their covenant at Beersheba, Abijah left with Philip, the commander of the army, and returned home to the land of the Philistines. Then Abraham planted a chestnut tree in Beersheba, Beersheba, and there he worshipped the Lord, the eternal God. And Abraham lived as a foreigner in the Philistines' country for a long time. Sometime later, God tested Abraham's faith. "Abraham," God called. "Yes," he replied. "I am here. Take your son, your only son, yes, Isaac, whom you love who you love so much, and go to the land of Moriah. Go and sacrifice as a burnt offering on one of these mountains, which I will show you." The next morning, Abraham got up early and saddled his donkey, and took his 2 servants with him, along with his son Isaac. Then he chopped some wood for fire for the burnt offering, and set out for the place and God had told him about. On the 3rd day of the journey, Abraham looked up and saw the place in the distance. He stayed with the donkey. Abraham told his servants, "The boy and I will travel a little further. We will worship there, and then we will come right back." So Abraham placed the wood for the burnt offering on Isaac's shoulders, while while himself carried the fire and the knife. As the two of them walked together, Isaac turned to Abraham and said, "Father." "Yes, my son," Abraham replied. "We have we have the fire and the wood." But the boy said, "But where is the sheep for the burnt offering?" "God will provide a sheep for the burnt offering, my son," Abraham answered. And both they both walked together. When they arrived at the place where God had told them to go, Abraham built an altar and arranged the wood on it. Then he tied up his son Isaac and laid him on the altar on top of the wood. And Abraham picked up the knife to kill his son as a sacrifice. At that moment, the angel of the Lord called from heaven, "Abraham, Abraham." "Yes," Abraham replied. "Here I am." "Do not lay a hand on that boy," the angel said. "Do not hurt him in any way. From now I know that you truly fear God. You have not withheld from me even your son, your only son." Then Abraham looked and saw the ram caught in the thorns in the thicket. So he took the ram and sacrificed it as a burnt offering in the place of his son. Abraham named this place Yahweh Yireh, which means "the Lord will provide." To this day, people still use that name as a proverb. On the mountain of the Lord, it will be provided. Then the angel of the Lord called again to Abraham from heaven. "This is what the Lord says: because you have obeyed me and have not withheld even your son, your only son, I swear by my own name that I will certainly bless you and will multiply your descendants beyond number, like the stars in the sky and the sand in the seashore. Your descendants will conquer cities of their enemy, and through your descendants all the nations of the earth will be blessed, all because you have obeyed me." Then he returned to the servants and traveled back to Beersheba, where Abraham continued to live. Soon after this, Abraham heard that Micha, his brother Nahor's wife, had borne Nahor 8 sons. The oldest was Uzi. I don't know how to say that. The next oldest was Buz, followed by Kembal, the ancestor of the Armians, Ked, Kestet, Hazel, Padish, Jephil, and Bethel. Bethel will become the father of Rebekah. In addition to those 8 sons from Micha, Nar had 4 other children with his concubine Roma. Ruma. Their names were Tebet, Gaham, Tahash, and Makah. When Sarah was 127 years old, she died at Kirith Abar, now called Hembar, in the land of Canaan. There, Abraham mourned and wept for her. Then leaving her body, he said to the Hittites elders, "I am here, a stranger and a foreigner among you. Please sell me a piece of land so I can give my wife a proper burial." The Hittites replied to Abraham, "Listen, my lord, You are an honored prince among us. Choose the finest of our tombs and bury her there. No one here will refuse to help you in this way." Then Abraham bowed low before the Hittites, and said, "Since you are willing to help me in this way, be so kind to ask Her- Irfor, son of Zoro, to let me buy his cave in Mecherfo, down at the end of the field. I will pay him full price in the presence of witnesses, so I will have a permanent burial place for my family." Ephron was sitting among them and sitting among the others, and he answered Abraham as the others listened. "Speak publicly before all the Hittite elders of the town." "No, my lord," he said to Abraham, "please listen to me. I will give you the field and the cave here in this presence of people. I will give it to you. Go and bury your dead." Abraham again bowed low before the citizens of the land, and he replied, "Ephron, Ephron," as everyone listened. "No, listen to me. I will buy it from you. Let me pay in full price for the field so I can bury my dead there." Ephraim asked Abraham, "My lord, please listen to me. This land is worth 400 silver pieces of silver. But what is that between friends? Go ahead and bury your dead." So Abraham agreed to Ephron's price and paid the amount he suggested, 400 pieces of silver, weighed according to the market standard. Hittite elders witnessed the transaction, so Abraham brought a plot of land belonging to Ephraim at Michepho near Mamre. This included a field itself, the cave was in it, and all the surrounding trees, and it was transferred to Abraham as his permanent possession in the presence of the Hittite elders. At the city gate, then Abraham buried his wife Sarah there in Canaan, in the cave of Machafu near Mamre, also called Hebron. So the field and the cave were transferred from the Hittites to Abraham for use as a permanent burial place. Oh, that was a lot, but I'm gonna have to leave a little early today. But thank you all for watching, and I'll talk about this more later on. Thank you all for watching. See ya.